Welcome to Two Kids and a Mom Cooking, starring Alex and Sophia, featuring Mom. Now, on to the first recipe.
I'm Alex from Two Kids and a Mom Cooking.
And what are you going to make for us today?
I'm going to make Pickley Tuna, as we call it.
Pickley Tuna Sandwiches. So what kind of ingredients do you have in Pickley Tuna?
So first, we're going to have our tuna, basic. What you need to make tuna. Just a basic store-bought brand, it doesn't matter. And then we'll have our mayonnaise, which again can be any brand, doesn't matter. Then we have a dash of lemon pepper and a dash of lemon juice to add some flavoring. Then we have our pickles, which later we will chop up with our chopper. Then you have your bread, which you need for every form of sandwich. We have whole grain here, but you can do it on white, whole wheat, or any bread you want. It doesn't matter.
Then what kind of tools do you use while you're cooking?
I use this to chop up the pickles. I have my mixing bowl to combine the ingredients. My can opener for the tuna. And my fork to scoop out the tuna. My spoon to scoop out the mayo. And make sure that you don't get them mixed up, because you don't want tuna in your mayo.
Yes.
And my knife to cut my sandwich in triangles, which I prefer, but you don't have to do. Oh, this is Sophie, my sister, who likes to eat some pickles, which is perfectly fine.
Look at this fat one.
And so anyways, now we need to prepare everything. On the break, I've prepared my tuna by first opening it with the can opener, and then to de-juice it, we just take the cap and then go over the sink, since tuna can get stinky. And then
I know.
That is ready. So now we're gonna do our pickles. We like to have at least 3 mini pickles, so you can do as many or as few as you want.
And you could also use a big pickle and just use as much of it as you want.
Yeah, like this big fat one.
So today, we're just gonna use 3 though. And then here I have my chopper, which is gonna be a little bit loud, but you can always use a knife. So this might get a little bit loud.
Okay,
do it for about 5 seconds or so.
Until the pickles look
until they look like this, chopped up into fine pieces.
Ha!
Like this.
Awesome.
Here's a crunching. I love that
Then
sound.
so what I like to do is just slide them over and keep them in there. You'll find out why later. Oh, we are ready for mixing.
All right, so what are you going to do?
Well, that's
Do you have a fork to get the tuna out?
So first, I'm going to use my fork to just take the tuna, just scrape it out. Get some tuna caught in the edges. You can put your fork like that and go around.
Good tip.
And just slide up on the edge. You don't have to have all of it.
Yeah, get as much as you can, right?
Yeah, just as much as you can. This milk will get from a can like this. So I'll put it aside in my garbage pile.
Mama, pickles good for you.
Pickles are good for you. They're a vegetable.
And now the next step, I'll take my mayo, which we prefer the big tops because they're easier to get your spoons in. So I'll take my spoon here, just get a spoonful like this or so, add it with the tuna, another spoonful like this.
Alex likes a lot of mayo. Mom doesn't like as much mayo, so you can use, I don't know, about two to 3 tablespoons of mayo.
2.5 or something.
Yeah.
Today I'll use 2.5.
Okay.
Put in a dash of lemon pepper, which you don't have to use, but we prefer it for flavoring. Just a little dash.
There.
And then we'll put some lemon juice.
I usually put about a half a capful in there.
So you just take it and then you can pour it into the cap.
And you don't
can
have
put a cap to a half capful, and you can just fill it up and then go like that. You don't have to pour all of it. Today we're going to use a capful.
Yep.
Then set it aside.
Cold, too.
And so now,
I'm gonna get some
our pickles. And here is why. I'll put my hand here and drag it over my cutting board. Then, voila, they're mostly in my hand.
Want to see the fat
It's a
pickle
lot easier
this time?
than gathering them up.
Very good
I know
tip,
it's
Alex.
skinnier than the other fat pickle last time.
Are you? I think Sophie's still snickety snacking, aren't you?
Yeah, they're good and sour.
Then you just dump them in there.
But the
It'll
juice
look
is
something like
really
this.
cold.
Then we are gonna take our mixing fork. Do your basic
And my
mixing.
nails are
You can start in circles.
Let me zoom in on it. See the consistency.
This. You want it like this.
Okay,
like
let me
you
zoom
see
in. Let me zoom in.
sandwiches.
Very nice. Great. So now what's the next step?
The next step is getting it on the bread, which we have right here. So I'll set it down on the cutting board or table, whichever surface you prefer. Then I'll tip the bowl a little. Take my fork. I'm gonna cover it with a layer like this, about half-ish.
Because this recipe makes about 2 full sandwiches, right?
Yeah. Put it on top, and
Where's your knife? Oh, right
you
there.
have a regular sandwich. It may be done for some people, but I prefer my sandwich cut in triangles, so I just have a basic butter knife, which they may be dull, but they still can cut you. So, again, adult supervision is needed. It doesn't cover all of it, so we'll just like cut half first, then move over to the other side.
Now what do you do?
Then I'll just put it on my plate here. Doesn't really have to look fancy. Pickley tuna.
Yay!